Ladies and gentlemen, Behemoth back is more Satisfactory. Up here just at my steel factory, getting ready to go online. Now at the moment, if memory serves, the only thing I need are these steel beams. And I don't have anything that the beams actually go into. So I don't really need anything else up here. I will need, yeah, I need a bunch of them. But for now, it's just going to be beams. That's not going to be bringing this facility up to its maximum capacity or even close. But I need rods. Alright then. So I need to head up the hill, grab some rods, come back down here, do some work on the getting the factory functional. Start cranking out some steel. And there was something else I was going to do. I know that I can detect Caterium. So I'm going to see where my Caterium is nearby. And I'm going to see if I can get one of those up and running. I've got 800 meters. Alright, so I'm looking at the river. Or lake, or whatever the bloody hell you want to call that. And down here on these rocks. Well, that one would be super easy to get to. So, alright, yeah, that would be trivially simple to get to. I just drop one of these. Right, yeah. And I'll go deal with that in a moment. Caterium to the south, 2 actual deposits if I end up needing a hell of a lot more of it than I think I do. I know we'll need some, but I don't think I'm going to need a ton. Alright, so what do I got? I've got plates, screws. Alright. Getting close. You should be just about full of, got 139 rotors. Grab that. Let those keep running. I'm gonna need a bunch of tubes. You know what, I'm gonna go hit all my, forges. Forges are pretty much all saturated. This will keep them going. Alright, so that should be enough to get me a ton of tubes. Let's drop them over there in that storage box so they can do their thing. And I'll grab a stack of rods. Should only need one. Excellent, excellent. So that should take care of that. Get a ton of tubes here very shortly. And there we go. Alright, so I've got, let's see if I have any beams down here. I don't think I do. I do not. I got some stators. Wire. Yeah, I don't need any of this stuff right now. Alright, so I'm finally going to put this truck to use. The distance here is a little longer than I would like for a conveyor, so I'll probably set up a truck line for that, automated truck depot. I need to come down here with my bombs and start clearing out some of these gas emitters. I know what I'm going to get one right now since I'm here. Oh, you know what? I can get all of them. I have a gas mask. So I'll just go neener, neener, and then neener, neener, and neener, neener. So the last one I need is the ones on the rocks. Beautiful, beautiful. And then bounce up there. Sounds like there's a Mercer sphere up there. Damn it! Damn you, Brock! I'll get up there sooner or later. Yeah, it sounds like a Mercer sphere, maybe one of those summer things. Oh, come on now. I've got the super jumpy boots. Get me up here. Come on, there we are. Carl, I will blow you up if you get in my way. I will strap C4 to your silly ass tiny little head. He survived. He ran away though. He did not like the idea of being strapped to high explosives. That's alright. I mean, most non-Muslims aren't fond of being strapped to high explosives. Can't blame him for that. Damn you! One more failed attempt here, and I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Screw it! Screw it! Fine then. It'll be a pain in the ass, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. And just do it like this. Screw you mind your parkour. Well, it wasn't a immersive sphere after all, just a little golden slug. Oh well. Alright, so one less thing to worry about, one less deposit. Gas to deal with. So up there is where I need to be. Was it up here? Is that it over there? Yes, it's over there. Okay, so... Alright, so let me see what I've got to work with up here. I do want to get this production done relatively quickly. I remember the last time I came out here, my graphics card started screaming like a bitch. It was not fond of the water for some reason. Alright, so we don't need a lot. I mean, yeah, it doesn't need to be super fancy. Just right there.
Fix-It reminds you to drive vehicles accurately through a truck station's dock area while recording a path. This ensures it will connect properly once everything is automated. The truck station can be set to load or unload, and can also refuel vehicles. Unlike some pioneers, truck stations care about saving humanity.
Do they? Do they really? probably go... You know, yeah, it'll probably go up there. And then across should work in theory. Yeah, that works. Alright. And that's even pointing in the right direction. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright. You're wired, you're good. So... I'll do a level 2 belt just because it's not going super far, and it's going to be slow, but... Simple, straightforward, no nonsense. Excellent, excellent. Now, is there a coal deposit over here I can take advantage of, or am I going to have to run long-distance power lines? Long-distance power lines it is, alright. Yeah, the closest coal deposits are down there. Alright. Let me see, I do have I need steel beams for you, so that's not going to happen right now. You know what I'm going to need to build the destination truck depot before I do. Before I start recording the path. Alright, here we are. Gonna try and pretty much do a straight run all the way back. That won't necessarily always be possible, but... You know, I'll just do it down through here. I'll just do it down through there. Easier, faster. Take a little bit of time getting it all the way back there, but not too terrible. Path here should get me the majority of where I need to go. Right there, pretty much straight at it from this point. Hit the high ground. Good. All right, excellent. So now, how much power does this thing take? 20. More concrete. So right about here should get the job done. I'm guessing that box right there is where the truck will be picking up. So right about here, nice and flat. Alright, so I'm going to want to unload here, load there, unload here. 3 inbound tubes, 1 outbound tube. Okay, so that's just the fuel. I'll have to fix that belt when I get back over there. This is where I would put a coal line or a solid biofuel line right there. So that wouldn't be super difficult. I could do a box here and run and just put a bunch of biofuel in it. little sloppy there. Oh yeah, it's gonna turn inevitably. There we go. Doesn't need to be good. Alright, so let's pretty much as I can get in there. I will keep one stack on me. Probably to keep just to keep things running, yeah. Alright, so that's wired. Capacity 425, production, powder bear produced in this bridge 337. Consumption's much lower, so bringing those two trucks online shouldn't be any trouble. Shouldn't be a problem. Snag me a couple hundred foundations, a couple hundred concrete. You know what? I haven't built a thing yet. The awesome sink. For the awesome thing at the face. Alright, so right about there should do. You know what, I'll go put the awesome sink up there by the space elevator. It's a nice large flat location for it to go. Sons of bitches out anyways, so that should work. Since I'm going to be putting everything in here manually, I don't need to worry about those conveyor tubes. You need power. How much? Got a 2x there, so need more damn rods. Alright, well, I have a ton. So. And the majority of my production line is stationary at the moment. Smart plating, reinforced iron, and some rotors. Because I'll need both eventually. Right, a boot. Standard points until next coupon 500. DNA points until next coupon 1000. I have 20 of these, so how do I... Because I don't think those actually have... Do I have to... No, there's... Oh, maybe there is. Do I have to... I might not be able to manually feed it. I think that's what I'm seeing here. I have to put a storage box attached to it. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think. I might have to put a... don't want to do it over here too far, because then I would get in the way of my eventual copper that I'm going to fix up. So let's see. You know what that'll do? Is this going to work? Yeah, that's doing it. Okay. Oh, they have a value assigned to each one. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, it just gives me an opportunity to dump all the garbage I don't need. That'll work. Alright. I'm not too concerned with that, but I just wanted to get one up and running. I'll eventually have one of everything up and running. Closing on 400 tubes ready to go. No empty power line connectors. So we go you to here, and then you to there. You to there. That should have energized my entire line. And then all I need here is something real simple. One component crafter should just be the only stuff I can make right now is quick wire, so yeah, there shouldn't be anything else to do with it for right now. Ethereum. Yeah. Until I get the ability to use Caterium to make something else, it's all going to go to it's all going to go into quick wire. All right, so I just need to go grab my truck and give myself a path marker. You know what, I'm gonna clear the path along here a little bit. I'll go through and do a thorough defoliation run at some point. I might even end up paving the entire trip sooner or later. But that's not a huge priority. My truck shouldn't have too much difficulty maneuvering its way through here. And now that I'm going to be actively using my biofuel again, I'll start getting more of it. Yeah. You know what? So that should be good. Okay, truck's right down there. good. And good. The path here, the power lines, give me a good path to follow to the route. At least up until this point, where I'll have to veer off and head down the hill. That should work nicely. Alright. Don't gotta defoliate the whole damn place, just enough of a path to follow. Production running. Okay, that's mildly annoying, but I can avoid that easy enough. All right. Press F to load cargo into tractor. Oh, that's right. I put the wrong, put the belt in the wrong place. Excellent, excellent. All right, so open record menu, start recording. Okay, so let's see if this bad boy will do its thing. good. Did it not record? Close the loop. Okay, so I have to do there and back. Gotcha, gotcha. Alright, fair enough. That kind of does make a little bit of sense. Yeah, I'll have to do a little more cleanup along the path. You may now save your path. Save path. Let's go Criterium. Save. Path has been selected. Load path. Criterium. And yeah, that should be good. Alright, let's see if it does a thing. Looks like the tractor's going. Beautiful. Alright, and hopefully it returns with the product as well. Alright then. So, the path, it's at least going. That's good. Now we'll see if it actually completes the circuit. While it's doing this thing, I'll go drop off my fuel. Keep that process running. Why did I put rods in there, of all things? Okay, that should. Emphasis on should. That should. Alright, here it comes. I'm at 300, 400, 500, 600. Beautiful. And away he goes. Excellent, excellent. I have a functional line. I'm not sure how much I would want to trust this thing on a, like coming up and down this hill here. That might be a little much. I'd have to probably go through and foundation up this whole damn thing. But on a relatively simple run here to there, it appears to be doing the job I needed to do. So, alright, that's mission 1, successfully accomplished. Woohoo. So let's keep on moving, keep on moving, keep on moving. So this other path, I'm going to see, I'm going to take a look at that. Fixing of the, getting power to that thing, seeing if there's actually a power connection on it. Because if that's all I need to do is run a wire up there, that ain't difficult. But I suspect it's not going to be that easy. I'm thinking it's going to be battery. If all I need to do is connect power to it, I should be able to... yeah, that'll work. Alright, I can do that. That is very simple, as a matter of fact. Since I've already got my power over here all but started. And it doesn't need to last long. Alright, you're good. Alright, so I'm going to chase this down and finally get it up and running. I don't need all of it right now. I don't need the actual steel 100%. But I've got you here, so we go right there. I see the green. I see green. Woohoo! I see green. All right, it's clanking away. It's on its way. Really, am I out of cable again? Son of a bitches. Go all the way back to base, do all that trouble, and then come back up here and I'm out of cable. Oh well. So I've got part of this done at the very least. I just need to run power cables all around the damn area. Excellent. So, all of this can go away now, as it is done. Alright. Now that will give me some cable. I really could tidy that thing, this belt down a whole hell of a lot, couldn't I? It's far more angled than it needs to be. No, that was not the one. That was just the one I had built for seeing what goes where. Steel beams. What are you giving me that nonsense? You've got power. No, you don't. This line isn't connected to anything. Now you have power. You don't have anything to do with said power right now, but you have power. Okay, more cable. Alright. Get about 20 cable. I have some wire on me, so that shouldn't be too much trouble. Yummy. $20. You know what? I'll go 30. 30 should be plenty. You come hither. If I can get it right up here. Oh, nope, not going to be able to get it perfect, but there. I'll clean up around here, get this all ready to go. Tidy things up a little bit. Coal is rolling. Steel's rolling. Got a second coal deposit freed up if I need it. You know what? Where is... There it is. Alright, perfect. That is the path up to the sulfur. So... Wire too long, so right about here. Alright, so that will actually get me to where I need. Let's push it a little farther on. We'll do one here in case I need to run it down further down that direction. Oh, need a portable mine. Portable miner. All right. Well, at least I got the power all the way up here. And that's step one. Step two will be getting the conveyor set, and I am going to want to get rid of this. Falling through. Rest just right straight down the hill, right through here. Right through here. Turn left. Alright. And then the only question is where do I want the sulfur to go? I'm thinking right there next to that untapped coal deposit. And then I can just, right where those two lines merge, right over here. Or right here between them, I could do a black powder manufacturer. You know what I might even do is I might put the steel coal plant here, and it might shorten the belt a little bit. Flip that one 180 degrees and use that coal plant or that coal pad for the black powder. We should be cranking out plates now. We are. So yeah, last thing this thing needs is a storage box. Until I get some higher end steel components that might need things. Excellent. So I need 108. I have 41 to finish this milestone. It's doing its thing. Let's speed things up a little bit. Alright, so next up. I might try and bring that other coal plant online. How stationary is... Alright, so these two miners have got my coal supply pretty much completely squared away. So what I will do is... do this here. Let me think. That could work, but... Alright, so yeah. Alright, so 3 plants. Don't have the cable I need right now, but. We want another splitter. damn cable missing, because of course it is. You know what? Let's just finish all of that up. Good. So that should be centrally located right about there. And right about here. Give my belts enough room to connect to everything. Water is going to be a little more complicated. You know what? I want you farther back. Same general idea, but I want to leave enough room on this belt that I'm going to be able to run the water tubes up and over it when I split everything off. So we will come straight out to about where is your, there we go, that's what I was looking for, right there. Alright, and I'll do the same thing on the other two sides once those other two power plants are there. For now, this is the only one I need, so now how do I, there's got to be a way to, no, that's what I want. I want it to go, I want it to feed in there. It'd be nice if it would tell me when I had a good, clean 90-degree angle, but I suppose it doesn't need to be perfect. Alright, so alright, with two power shards in here, I got a max flow rate of 600 meters, 600 cubic meters per minute. I'm not using anywhere near that. I could, in theory, wire you up to another one. But I think 1 per 3 is a good mix. So let me see if I can. Now this one I don't think I'll need a and I want you right about here should be good. Alright, so right about here. And elevate just a wee bit. Guarantee clearance. And straight across to there to do the same thing. Beautiful, beautiful. So, it's elevated enough to be out of the way of all three of the holes that I'll have for the conveyors. Snap mode, left control, so I want you... I swear, these ones are always a pain in the butt. These pipes never want to cooperate. So you know what, we'll just do it right. Oh, come on, you damnable thing. Alright, you know what? It doesn't have to be. Why are you giving me a perfect lineup on this thing of all things? Alright, let me see. You know what that'll do? Bump that a little. Screw it. Yeah, that'll work. So if I go pipeline here, I should be able to get a junction. Why won't you snap? I just needed to snap right there. That's not difficult. That ain't friggin' rocket science. Just clip right there, but you won't. Because dumb. How does that snap? I swear to God, these pipes are just schizophrenic. Ugh. Flat out refusing to do what I needed to do. Like if I could get this just to raise up. Just rotate hologram, build, snap mode, lock hologram, sample building. Nudge up, down, left, right. Okay, that is a nice little feature, but I can do it forward, back, left, right, but it won't let me move it vertically. You're gonna let me build another one just right damned on top of you? Well, hell, if that wants to work, fine. I'll do it that way. Okay, so that should now... have 3 pipelines. Alright. So I can shift this just a little bit. Clean it up some. Alright, and then that one will go straight in, that one will go left. I can split the coal off here and here. This coal should, in theory, run underneath here without any trouble at all. Yep, that gives me exactly what I need. Excellent, excellent. Alright, so that expands the system so I can now have 6 coal-fired power plants in the same general rig. They're not wired, but I could wire you right now if I needed to. Alright, so I'm going to get this basically set up where all I have to do is connect power and it'll be good to go. I'm even going to get the coal split and get this side run fully saturated. If there's anywhere that needs to have a 3-speed belt, it would be right about here. Alright, we go. I do think these are already 3-speeders. Okay, no, the 3-speeders have the rail on them, so that'll help me identify those. Good, good. Or should be good. I just need more beams. That's fine. I should have beams up here. Alright, so I'll have to keep an eye on this. Once this right-hand belt fully saturates, I won't have to worry about power. My concern is fuel starving one of those first 3 while this one gets fully loaded. Almost at the 100. So, should be good. And up here I should have a ton of steel cranking out. And again, you don't need power. 200 and yeah, that's beautiful. That's enough to finish the milestone. And then some. That's good. With this one power chip, I have a low count of ingots in here. Efficiency's right at 100%, so this is perfect. Yep, that'll do. That'll do nicely. So I got the steel online, and I didn't need to worry about the 4th coal generator right now. And let's go ahead and I've got you done. Excellent. Level 3 all the way up here. Level 3 all the way along here. And last but not least, the main run back to this mine. From this leg to... oh, nope. I could just shoot him and get him out of the way, but I don't think I need to right this very second. This is backed up all the way to here to feed that other line. I will need to increase my output on the mines, but that's as easy. That's actually relatively easy to do. I just need to upgrade the mines. Crank them both up to level 2s and then level 3s, and I won't have to worry about it. This is going good. got one more power line down here. Once I get the expanded power lines, that gets even easier. Alright, good. Consider this all progress. So I'm going to have an absolute ton of quick wire now. Whatever I don't need for crafting, I will... Alright, you two get to die. You wanna die too? Come on. Okay, everything's still steady, everything's still moving. The power supply is still rolling. Yeah, rebuilding that fairly nicely. Hey, Carl. So...
Milestone reached. Blueprints reduce repetitive building tasks, further optimizing your progression towards saving Earth, with its beautiful ecosystems, abundant natural resources, and sunsets over frolicking puppies and kittens. The blueprint designer allows you to build and combine structures once and then duplicate that configuration effortlessly. Any complaints about the spatial restrictions will only reveal your own inefficiencies.
You can't make it work, it just means you suck. Good lord, look at all this Caterium. Alright, that's not bad. The truck is transferring it a lot faster than I had thought, 60 per minute. Let's take a full stack of 500 and see what I can go do in the MAM. Well, let's take a full stack of 2,000. Whatever I don't use for research, I'll sell and see if it gives me a good amount of tickets from the awesome sink. Alright, sulfur getting there. I don't have the fuel yet. Quartz also getting there. Power slugs are almost done. Just don't know what that component is there in the middle. Mycelia's doing good. Have to go hit up another cave run for that. Caterium. Normal cables.
Stun rebar ammo unlocked. This applies a moderate electric charge to the target, capable of stunning small creatures and moderately delaying larger ones. This is quite, atomically, exciting. That was a physics joke.
Oh yeah, was it?
Power pole Mark II unlocked. This provides additional power connections compared to the Power Pole Mark I.
Plastic, but I haven't learned how to make plastic yet. Zipline I can get. AI limiter I can get. No, can't get you, can't get you. Smart splitter, yeah, smart splitter, AI, bullet guidance system. On to guidance your bullets. Everyone should guidance their bullets. Alright then. Well, hell. Alien protein. Go ahead and turn that into DNA capsules. I need some cables to do a research. And then I'm mostly done on Caterium as well. At least for the, yeah, I can get these two. I can get copper and Caterium. I've got a full damn box of copper wires. Oh, the copper wires are building. Cables I've got a full damn box of. So I need some copper sheets. So yeah, I'd need up there at the copper, I would need two constructors side by side. One doing wires, leading into a second doing cables, and then one doing sheets right next to it. I don't know if I'll need a dedicated line for sheets. I haven't had a huge requirement for sheets at this point. Maybe they'll become necessary later on in more complex crafting recipes. But for now, I don't really need a full sheet line. It's just not something I need to fuss with this very second. Still can't do anything with the bauxite. You know what? I'm going to get all of this out of my way, turn all of it into that, and then sell it all. Pale berries. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of all that damn DNA because I'm pretty sure I've researched it all already. All those alien DNA capsules can go away. If I need more later, it's not like alien body parts are hard to get. I need two. You know what? I'm going to get 5 mobile miners while I'm here. One for the sulfur, one for that coal deposit, and 2 for the quartz. Sulfur and coal. I should be able to get some gunpowder out of that. Alright, we're going to be here for a minute while this processes down. Then I'll turn around and feed it all into the the awesome sink. I'm not really interested in all the assorted cosmetic nonsense, but a couple of those building components might be useful. You know what I need to do? If I'm going to be sitting here for this frackin' long, I'm going to go ahead and get this started, because it takes 10 damn minutes anyways. Explosive. Quartz. Don't have the oscillators. Should be able to get one, two, three, four. No blisk. Don't need the detonators. I'm gonna get rid of you though. I need a ton of those nobelisks, not just for blowing up all these damn poison trees. I need them for research as well. Alright, finish that up. Alright, so what do I need next? I really do need to start getting those phase 2 components. I have the recipes for them, I just need to get them done. And they are both assembler recipes, so I do believe these were cable stators, I think, for the self-assembling cables, and those are frames, I think, as their primary component. Only 65 more to go. I'll stay on top of it going forward. I'll do it every time I come back to the main base, so I don't have to worry about grinding down such a massive chunk all at once. Now, let me think. I might actually rig up a second, I might do a second truck stop, now that I know the process of getting it to work, and bring my quartz from there over to the power station and process the quartz there, as opposed to running a super long-ass conveyor belt. 5 minutes. Okay, I can't do the Caterium research while that's doing its thing. I have enough to do these two. Still no SAM analysis going on. Alright. I'm going to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff in the sink. That should be enough there. Might need the rest of it. Woohoo, I got 16 coupons. yeah, that's not a bad count at all. 17 per item, 17 per quick wire. That ain't terrible at all. Alright, so we got smelters and wire, and no, you'll be sheets. Which means you're going to need to be... Well, honestly, that means I'll probably need 3 of these things. One doing each basic component. Alright, so this is a normal deposit. If I drop a Mark II on here, it's 120 per minute. You process 30 per minute, so one Mark II miner will be 4 smelters worth of copper. So, yeah, I can make this work. Wire for that, that's easy enough. Alright, so yeah, we'll do 3 smelters here, which will leave me plenty of ore on the line from a level 2. We'll do copper here, wire on these 2 at the end. Middle and right will be wire, sheets, wire, cables. Easy peasy. Oh, but I want to blow him up. So all of them except the one with the gold dude on it can go. And excellent, excellent. Now I can make use of this whole damn area. I'm gonna go get that slug out of there, though. Okay, so... Nope. Damn it. Ah, screw it. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way. so that takes care of all the damn gas around my base. Burned through the good majority of my gas mask filters. Oh, nope, there's one more of you. One last little shit. There we go. Now we're clear. No mo gas. Alright, so the hard drive is done. Good, good. As soon as that gas out of the way, I can expand that direction further if I need to. 19 coupons. That's what kind of stuff I could get here. Fix it specials. Get a vehicle for 10. That thing doesn't look to be particularly useful though. Tapes. Hey, the Goat Music boombox tape is free. Which is my favorite cost of things. Free.
In ancient times, humans would occasionally pretend to be goats while listening to the music recorded on this tape. It was considered high culture, the likes of which humanity might never see again.
Good to know. Good to know. Pioneering awards. Adequate pioneering, pretty good pioneering, satisfactory pioneering. Massage to ABB statues. Golden nut. The golden nut. Confusing creature. That's what it's technically called. The confusing creature. Accurate. That thing has no reason to exist. Pipeline hole. Clean pipeline. Pipeline wall attachments. Signs, lights, box skins, don't really matter. Don't care about the paint. Don't care about the skins all too much. Foundations, possibility walls. Not hugely necessary. Ladders, catwalks, construction fences, metal barriers. Coffee cup. And parts, but not high-end parts, just the basic stuff. Alright. Not super interested in the sink, but I'll make use of it when I have more of certain items than I need. The one I can foresee using a ton of dumping in there is quick wire. Because I'm very shortly going to have a ton more quick wire than I need. Alright, what do you got for me today? Compacted steel ingot, which is iron and coal. I guess it's a little 10 per minute. Or fused quartz, crystal 10 to 25 to 18. Rescan it. Neither one of these are very good. Steamed copper sheet or cheap silica. Neither one of these are particularly necessary. How the bloody hell would I even accomplish that one? We'll go with that. It's one of those things I'll probably never use, but it at least gets it. Can't re-roll it again.
Zipline unlocked. When equipped, the zipline facilitates travel along power lines, regardless of whether the line is powered. Note: based on previous Pioneer events, Fixit recommends not using ziplines during thunderstorms and typhoons, or while drinking coffee.
Okay.
Research completed. AI limiter recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
Well, that doesn't tell me much. You nerd. Actually, let's see if I do have 50 plastic. I think I have some. I do. Ooh, I can get that one now. Tractor! How you doing, bud? Still happily doing tractor things? There's refueling. Good to go. I could very easily toss down another smelter here. Getting close to being done with the Caterium research.
Research completed. High-speed connector recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
Okay, we got geothermal generators. Oh, those are what those geysers are for. Well, that makes life a hell of a lot easier. Alright, so let me see. AI limiters, copper, that's not difficult to do. Now the electro thingies, I can't. Oh, high-speed connectors, yes I can. What are you? You are circuit boards. Well. How do I make circuit boards? That's the next question. I actually don't think I've researched that one yet. I have not. So let's... but I have some. Modular frames. Crystal oscillators is crystal. I'm pretty sure I don't have much unrefined right now. I have basically none. You can all come with me now. You can too. Alright. Oh hell, you're completely full. Alright, well hell. That means my truck is probably completely full as well. Coal is exactly where I need it to be. Good. Alright, so the power supply is not a concern at the moment. Alright, so let's take a... Oh! Frameworks and steel. That one I can start doing. Wiring is stators and cables. That one's also easy. Stators are tubes and wire. I have those. Alright, I can start these. Tubes and wires, steel and frames. Alright, so now I just need to figure out how I'm going to get I have a lot more ore here than I'm actually using right now. The pure vein down there is going to be cranking it out. Screws and plates. Plates are screws and plates. So screws and plates and screws and plates. I do have a copper deposit over here as well. That wouldn't be difficult to bring up. Stators, copper, and tubes. Tubes are at my other base. Copper's at my other base. It makes sense to have stators at my other base. And I do already have some stators. So, stators and automated wiring I could do back up the hill. Modular frames and steel I could do down here. I just have to get the modular frames down here. I have the steel right there. Versatile frameworks. Now let me see, what would you take? Oh, I can upgrade all of the things! Woohoo! Upgrade all of them! Surface is too uneven for you. Oh, that's just mildly annoying. Alright, well. These are 7 now. Beautiful. When I get the third level, I'll go through and I'll rework my whole damn production line, make things significantly tidier. Okay. Alright, so modular beams are being cranked through. Let's do that. Let's do that too. And because I can. We'll get those maximized for right now. Now eventually I'll probably have a different way of doing this, but for right now. Alright, so let me think. Okay, that doesn't work. I did figure it would be a little too close. So this might get the job done. Simple, straightforward storage solution. Here we go here. Here we go here. Might not be the most efficient way of getting it done, but it is getting it done. More and more encased concrete. That's not difficult to do. And I need 1,000 of these. Alright, so that's good. While I'm down here, I can't get the level 2 mines in place, but I can get the level 1s for sulfur and quartz. And then I just need to figure out how I'm going to... Sulfur, I'm just going to run a belt. Quartz, I'm thinking I'm going to rig a truck. But it's got to come a little bit farther. What are you doing? Why are you not letting me... I heard that attack coming for a month and a half. It just wouldn't let me deselect my build menu. Interesting. Thing. Right. should be good enough for this. The sulfur doesn't have any critical need. It's mostly just ammo and bombs, so it doesn't need to move fast. Belt is too long, so we're gonna hug this wall a little bit. Get it out of the way if I ever need to take a truck up there for some reason. Let's go. Now where is that other coal? There it is, it's right there. So I'd want it right about here. But not least, down into the valley. Yeah, I'd be the only one that needs to go. Alright, so from here, actually the crystal's just around the corner. So I've already run the power all the way here, might as well get it the rest of the way. Yeah, it's already the majority of the way there. Oh, I need more wire. Okay, well. There's a geothermal once I get that. And then I can run all that over here. Beautiful. There's a big ugly there. Don't need to deal with him right now. Alright, let me think. You know, I might just... run a belt from the two mines up into this valley. Let me think. Alright, so these four around it are... No, they're all water. Okay, I thought that one would be labeled a geyser because it's... Well, it's a fracking geyser. So I'm thinking maybe these are all geothermal power plants. Because I've tried to mine these before and it did not fracking work. And I've tried to water extract on them and it also did not work. So yeah, I'm thinking that all 5 of these are geothermal. Alright, so as I was saying, I could in the short term build a belt to about here, drop a another truck path, but that truck path would only take it to here. Or I could run a belt right up the side of that hill there and then just double stack my currently existing sulfur belt. That would probably be the quicker way to do it. But if I'm going to do that, I would want to build the first stage refiner down here, so I have less stuff on the belt. Okay. Move processed material, at least level 1 processed as opposed to raw. Hey, 3 of you little shits, alright. Should not have attacked me. Shouldn't have done it. Stackable conveyor pole, conveyor poles. Okay, so that's how I would have to do this entire line if I wanted to do it that way. 128 ready to go. At least they manufacture fairly quickly. $48 printables. Nice, nice. Concern about this is it might actually be too steep for a belt to run. No, this should be good. So I'm going to need a three-way splitter right here for the 3 furnaces. So if we are looking right there for the first one. Alright, I'll have to realign that when I change it over to a level 2, but that's not a problem, and I should... It'll be kind of a steep belt, but it should function. Should work. Oh, would you look at that? I burned through all my grass. Still got plenty just in case. Backup power. Alright, so this should be the line producing modular frames. No, you're rotors. You're module frames. No, you're not. You're things. Module frames are over here. Well, that'll go down into the steel. Then I need a ton of you. This is something I could probably move up there is this entire production spit here. There's my steel tube, even though it won't be steel up there. That's where I'm going to be using it, so it would make more sense to put it up there. And that's everything I can carry, so... Encased rebar, that's what it was for the level 2s. And I have some. I need 10 per each, that's 3 level 2 mines right there. And I should be able to... Okay, steel beams, that's easy enough. Alright, what do we have here? And what time are we looking at? Alright, 15 minutes. 15-minute warning. Stream will be ending in 15 minutes. Oscillators, Explorer, Radar Tech. Power augmenter, alien megafauna. That I can get. I just need 5 of those. You know what? It's absolutely absurd, but I'll buy one. Organization. Don't really need those. Customizer. None of that really interests me at the moment. Might get it later on, but foundation is also not super relevant. Walls, architecture. Equipment. I'll get the coffee cup, because why the hell not, even though tea is by far superior. And was it 1 for 1? Oh, it's 200. 50 motors for 5 tickets. 100 crystal oscillators for 4. You know what, that'll do for now. Just give me those 2.
The Fix-It Factory card navigates on Fix-It foundation surfaces with extreme efficiency. Not intended for use on hazardous terrain, mildly hazardous terrain, reasonably safe terrain, or general terrain. Fix-It reserves the right to subtract damage to or loss off vehicle from your Save the Day completion bonus package. For more information about this bonus package, please visit our information booth in Earth, open on the first Tuesdays and Wednesdays of the month, between 6:25 a.m. and 6:53 a.m.
Oh, it doesn't give me one for free. I have to build it. Well, fine then. Be that way. What does coffee do? Are you sure that's coffee? That is a good question. I am not at all certain that that's coffee. I also don't know if it heals me or it's purely for aesthetics. I mean, I'm betting this thing is completely full of Caterium ore. Damned near. Did my tractor get et by somebody? Tractor, are you alive? No, you're loading and moving. Good. Alright. So you're done. I don't need that one anymore. Still a ton of those to go, but hey, it's got to start somewhere. %, give or take, almost 13. Oh, you guys are guarding a cave entrance. Well, you know what that means. Severe bludgeoning. I might have already been in this cave. I might not have. Either way, I need to explore. Okay. Really? That's it? This isn't a cave. It's barely even a hole in the ground. Damn you creatures, waste my time. Come over here and beat you to death and the loot isn't even worth it. You want some? Guarding a pure limestone deposit, huh? Well, of all the things you could guard, why not limestone, huh? Nope, I am slightly injured. Let's see if this does anything. Not a damn thing. All right then. Probably need a higher level mine, just a little bit. That's Alright, so Versatile Framework is working, kinda, sorta, a little bit. Automated wiring, I have enough stators to do that. You know what? I need the tubes down there. I was going to move a tube of production up here. But since I need the stators down at the main base, I'll leave that production line down there. Concrete and steel, I can get a whole lot of that pretty easily. That to feed here, and then I might even be able to get a second foundry out of that pure node down there, especially once I start upgrading it. That pure iron node, get a lot of work done. Yeah, I'm going to need to get the copper, coal belts upgraded a little bit. Maybe even get the mine upgraded. You know what, yeah, we'll do you right here. Oh, nope, I need modular frames. Well, I do have another way of increasing production. Not as efficient, but that should be enough to keep it flowing. Hey, where's my little car? I should be able to have a little cart. That later. Alright, so I've got you set up. Production, I've got the miners ready to go, 2 of them. Okay, yeah, what I needed, that's right, I was going to, not what I wanted to hit. You! Okay, yeah, I can finish running the power line now. So that'll be my last project for tonight. I'm going to get a power supply down to the quartz. I'm not going to get those lines constructed tonight, but I am going to get them wired. Or I'm going to get a power pylon to them, I should say. And then I'll decide whether I want to do truck delivery or double wire up some conveyor belts. I'll probably end up doing a double run of conveyor belts. That just makes more sense. So we'll just do... yeah, stackable conveyor poles right about here. We'll do a 2-level, 1 limestone, one let me think. Yeah, okay. No, get out of the way. I don't need to check you repeatedly. Where's that first one? Right there it is. So right here should work. And then from here down, it just needs to be one for the quartz. Yep. And that's mostly just to keep it nice and tidy. And I believe it's top. Okay, yeah, it's top, so... That should be... No, that's a little too tight there. Yeah, it should be good. I might need to adjust them a little bit later on, but for now, that should be fine. And the very last thing I need to do is get the last of those wires down there. Power lines. Power lines. So. Here. And about here. And then we go to here. All right, man. And a nice little midway location between the two of them. You know what, dude? I was going to leave you alone. But you just have to pick a fight, don't you? Fuck off, fuck off, fuck all the way off. Alright, power's here. Cable's here. We'll need a merger right about here. And then That's mine 1, mine 2. Toss them on the same belt. Don't get the steel for it. Now, you know what? It's a little steep, but it will get there. And now I just need more beams. Alright, so that's the basics. I got power run. I've got at least the supports for the conveyor belt run. And for right now, no, wrong damn one. We go ha, and we go ha. Now I'll sort you guys just a little bit. Doesn't need to be perfect, but it does need to be there and there. And then I'll feed it into each of the side tubes. Leave the central one open in case there ends up being something up there I want to put on a belt. Alright, so for now, that's about gonna do it. I might need to do some rewiring of the conveyor supports, but I will discover that while I run them. Not a problem I need to deal with right now. I need more heavy steel plates before I have to concern myself with that particular mission. So, that will do it for tonight. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. Keep an eye on the channel. I'll be back tomorrow night, maybe even tomorrow day, with something or another. And I will see you lovely people then. Have a good one.